Welcome to SunDogs Present Local Vibes, your favorite broadcast podcast. We are SunDogs, your two favorite canines, a.k.a. good boys, a.k.a. your mama's favorite mutts. We've got a great show for you, and we'd like to welcome you to the weekend. We're sitting down, excuse me. You can follow us at SunDogsTC on Instagram. Right. Our link tree is /SunDogs. And the Facebook page for the radio show is SunDogs Present Local Vibe. If you have clean radio-edited music, where can they send it?
Send it to sundogstc@gmail.com. That's where we can get your music, as long as it's not swearing and not talking about, guns, explicit things. It's got to be radio-friendly.
Gratuitous anything. Gratuitous drug use, gratuitous sex, gratuitous... guns.
Gratuity.
This week we are joined in this doghouse by QT.
Yeah.
Waiting patiently. We'd really like to thank you again for taking time out of your busy schedule. We know that music's not the only thing you do.
100%.
You can follow him at QT Was Here. That's QTWASHERE.
And QTWasHere.com, right?
On the set.
Oh,
that's
my
the
gosh.
spot.
Absolutely.
And that's
everything.
That'll have everything.
Got the videos.
Get all the work there, yes.
We'll be getting the origin story and discussing the production of the newly released It's a Long Way Down here in just a few minutes. Last week we had Ratliff sitting down in with us. And next week we'll be sitting down with Hey Ya.
Yep. Just a reminder, our shows are live on Fridays from 6 to 7 p.m. And that's when you could call in.
Give us a ring.
651-313-5125 is the studio phone.
651-313-5125.
You can ask our guest, QT, a question.
Yeah, he'll give you advice on
whatever.
Music, podcasting,
All that.
breakfast, food making.
You know what I mean? Baby making, all that.
Anything.
Anything.
If
but
you don't swear,
we'll
we'll put you on the air. Again, more information can be found both at QT Was Here on Instagram and QTWasHere.com. I say we get right into it.
Let's go.
Get into it. Thank you for making the drive.
No, had to.
The trek, yeah.
I think, traffic was a little crazy today. They got lanes closed. It's raining a little bit.
I mean, the wild plan right now, I think that's really what's popping.
So it's tough to get over here, yeah.
Facts.
All these sports fans.
You know what I mean?
Again, thank you for taking the time. Thank you for making the trek. Thank you for making the art that we're such a fan of.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all for listening, though. That's really what it's about.
And we'd like to dive on in, as they like to say.
Let's get it.
To the origin story. Before the show, you had mentioned that your first project, at least as QT, or was it still... Well, let's start from the beginning.
So origin stories for me would
sang in school.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Think
Church.
Now I can't think of melodic noise.
Shout out to the melodic noise, man.
They were talking about your mom was a singer as well as an artist.
Yeah, definitely had her joints on KMOJ. Shout out KMOJ.
Wow.
Yeah, she was a local legend in my eyes. Our family, she had
huge
joints.
Influence.
Yeah,
cool.
100%.
If you're listening, send us her music if you've got it.
Man, I gotta ask her if she has a dusty.
Track.
She probably have a dusty one over there somewhere.
We could transfer it or triple transfer it.
Yes,
I'm with it. I'm gonna definitely reach out. Shout out my Dukes, man.
Yes.
Or perhaps, if you haven't already, sampling it in a future project.
Ooh,
great idea.
Yes.
I didn't even think about that. That's a gem.
So a huge influence nonetheless.
100%.
If not the biggest, perhaps.
She definitely was like a moment for me and was like, wow, like I'm really soaking this in, and those are like fond memories of my youth. But I would say outside of that, like just listening to like CDs I got from the homies, like, man, I just got this. Like I was talking to y'all earlier about how one of my best friends, Adrian Lowe, one of my dogs, like from the youth, like really, really young, would draw on his CDs, like the burnt CDs he give me. So they'd be like Kanye West, pretty much graduation album with the little teddy bear drawn, like the
hand drawn.
Right? Yeah, just super musty, like not even
on the burnt CD.
Facts, just like that heart. That just raw creativeness was seen early, and that's my dog. And that album, Usher, You feel me? Like my influences are a lot more than just my mom, but she definitely was the like spark. Like you could do this if you wanted to. It's in your blood.
Nice.
For sure.
So important to have, so important to hear for people. Cause yeah, we were talking earlier. Sorry if we say this a lot during this interview.
Oh,
we
God.
were hanging out before.
Got a chance to vibe check.
Yeah, you were. I totally lost my train of thought.
No worries. I was going to say he's an acclaimed graphic designer. You were saying he designed the most recent release.
Nah, Low End Theory. My boy Low End on Twitter, IG, 2 E's, LWEEND. You feel me?
LOWEEND.
Bong.
Right.
You feel me? Nah, he definitely was a creator of all my album covers ever. So yeah,
All of them?
every one of them. Yeah, he's my dog. I put out this is my third project, so that's my dog. Yeah.
Okay, so we're still backtracking to the CD days.
Yeah.
What were some of the most influential projects or albums versus skipping
Pharrell
to track
in my mind. That was a big influence for me. Music Soul Child. Pretty much his whole catalog was played by my pops. Like that was a heavy car ride, like jam session. You feel me? And learning melodies and like learning how to like mess with my voice and manipulate sound was definitely carved through that. And just honestly, man, those are what I'll say my cores was. And then rap side, you got Nas, you got a Young Jeezy. For some reason, I just listen to that. Even though my music might not sound like that, it's just music you intake and you enjoy as a youth. Like, definitely important. All of those guys, man. That's what I would say what my core is, man.
Nice. And
sure.
when you first started releasing music, it was with a group, right?
Yeah, with two guys. Shout out my boy Dio. He's an artist still. We have a group by the name of Wim County that we still rap. We just released a project in 2020. Wim County, Molotov Mongoose is the name of the album. Kind of crazy joint, but
I like the
Wim
alliteration
County.
for sure.
Yeah, Wim County. Check that out.
Mongoose, and that's like a group name. So is that the name for the album, or is that the name for the artist?
The group name is Wim County.
Oh,
the
okay.
album is
Wim
Molotov
County.
Mongoose.
We really like that. When artists will team up and like come up with a new name for their group.
Facts.
While they're just releasing stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like in the clerical side of it, in the back end, and the songwriting side of it, might be easier.
Yeah, 100%.
Than to try and register QT as this versus no, let's make Silk Sonic and then just release everything as
100%. And again, that's a part of my origin story as well. Like starting as a group, like I was in a group like mine with two other guys, and we traveled the country and played gigs and made great music. Touched pretty much every venue you could in the city. We started out at house parties, so we put a little house party together.
What era was this?
2015, 2016. I want to say that's when we started throwing the parties, and it would literally just be this young lady that we knew. She had a house like in Northeast Minneapolis, right on the corner, and she was going to college. And we was like, all right, let's tap in with that community. She was going to the U of M, and get the jungle juice. You know what I mean? Get a party environment, and in the basement we set up at a stage, like put little crates together, whatever we could find, piece of stage together, put a rug over it, get some mics, get some speakers, DJ, and just really create that energy and vibe. And shout out, I don't know if y'all ever had Nucky on here, but that was one of his performances where we kind of got our feet wet at. Yeah, that was early.
Cool.
Very early. He was a part of this group called Free Lunch Crew. Very, very prominent group in the city during that time. But yeah, man, that's how we got our start. And then we started traveling. Played a festival in California. We played Chicago.
Wow.
I played Dallas myself. That's like a second home for me. I grew up there, kind of back and forth between here and there.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
They got a crazy music in Texas. That's what I hear. The scene is crazy.
I love it down there, man. It's there's just so many different spots. Like for me, I'm originally centered from Dallas, but you got Austin, you got Houston. There's just different markets, and they're still in the same city, so you can drive to them for real if you want to like take part of the city. Like,
what?
Yeah.
Is it like a 3-city area or what?
Just think of it scene wise, like how Minnesota specifically has just Minneapolis is like the hub for the scene. you got 3 different type of cities that are hubs for the scene within the same state. So it kind of makes it easier to blow up, you know?
Exactly. So is that where you kind of honed your on-stage presence, was with so much touring, so
Absolutely.
much?
Yeah, doing that since 2016, that definitely gave me like the chops to be able to execute. And I feel like I'm an MC, like I'm a master of ceremonies, like in every sense of the word, you know what I mean? And as well as being like, I've been growing my vocal performance, and that's been like blending the MC and the vocalist. It's like, man, it's exactly what I want to deliver.
Nice. We don't want to glaze over if you ever released anything or wrote anything under a different name.
Nah, fam.
QT.
That was it. That was the
mark.
only one I ever had.
Okay.
Which one y'all got? Y'all got
believe you.
y'all got something else? Y'all got something on me?
No, I was gonna say we should. Our producers could do research, reaching out to your family members,
Right. Like, what was his first?
or what was his like at-home nickname?
Man.
We've gotten that on the show before, but we won't.
I don't got nothing. I honestly don't. That was my first name I came with, and I've been rocking with it since.
I mean,
What was the inspiration for the name? What?
well, my name is Cortez, you know what I mean? Federally.
According to
my
the
given
man.
name. You feel me? But the name just came from, and then my family will call me Tez, which the T comes from, and Cortez T is in my name as well. And then the question mark came from me, like, I always used to question myself and second guess myself when, in actuality, like, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Like, it's in you, not on you. Feel me? Exactly.
Words of wisdom here.
God.
We're sitting down with QT on SunDogs Present Local Vibes. If you're just tuning in, make sure you follow him at QT Was Here on Instagram and visit qtwashere.com.
Please do.
Everything
Right.
QT.
Word. Tour dates, all that will be coming soon.
Yeah, we'll talk more about his upcoming events you got
Yeah, for
here
sure.
in a few minutes. We're taking a break here in about 5 minutes. I'd still like to continue. So I'm, in my mind, in the QT biopic. We're still touring the countryside.
With like minds.
Solo right now. We're touring solo right now.
Okay, touring solo.
Yeah. Going forward. Wim County soon. We definitely gonna get boogieing. Working on the next project.
Yeah.
For the group. We gonna definitely lock in. We got a single about to drop. We excited for it, man. We've been working on different type of like sounds and testing like pop chords and stuff like that, and really just expanding our palette. That's what I feel like I love.
That's what it's about.
Expand my palette.
Pushing yourself creatively.
Absolutely.
And feeling fulfilled, you know?
Yeah, and you were saying with the question mark earlier, it's doing whatever you want. Like,
Facts.
whatever you think is good, like, that is what's good.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Yeah, don't need to
You don't need to
think
question
twice.
yourself. You know
It's
what I
like,
mean?
this sounds good to you, that's what sounds
It
good.
feel good to you. Whatever
Exactly,
feel good to you, like creatively, it don't have to be music either. Any medium, like, do that. You know?
Exactly. It's exactly.
More inspiration here with QT. Flashback to 2016.
Yes.
You're about to release the first solo project.
No, first Wim County. Sorry.
First Wim-
first Like Mine. Excuse
First
me.
Like Minds project.
Yes.
If you could give any piece of advice to your 2016 self, looking back a few years, are there any like 2 or 3 pieces of solid advice that perhaps you were blinded by something back in the day, or habits you've grown out of since?
Okay, I got you. You're exactly who you think you are. Kind of in that same mode. Like you're exactly like I've definitely second guessed myself a lot. I'm a typical overthinker at nature.
I can relate.
It's just, you get in your head about things, but at the end of the day, you just got to put it out, do whatever it is, step on it, and then, you know what I mean, continue to build. For sure. More inspiration. You did.
Great advice.
That's huge. Yeah, believe in yourself.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. That definitely was what I would tell myself. Because I feel like I stopped myself in certain moments when I could have been like, hey, man, let's work. Hey, man, let's do this. And follow through. Like, be consistent about your vision.
Don't just talk the talk.
Yeah.
Follow through with it.
Exactly. Yeah. Thinking about it's one thing, and then talking about it out loud is the next step. But then doing it, you definitely gotta do it.
It's a process.
Because that, like you were saying, you are your actions. Like
Facts.
if you are doing shows once a week, like you're you are performing more than most artists. You can believe in yourself that you're
for sure.
really
And
doing it.
People get caught up in the internet too. Like you get to scrolling and you get to comparing yourself, and that's like the thief of joy. You know what I mean? I feel like that is something that everybody kind of goes through when you do something in a medium like this, when you're giving it to the public. Like, you have that, and it's like, don't do that. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, bro. Like, take them steps, Steps, not the elevator. Oh, God, shout out Nip. I heard him say that.
Oh, man.
I like that. You've said before the show you've been frequenting the Urban Lights open mic.
Man, I pulled up twice, I want to say. But I put up to Juice Lord. Shout out Juice Lord. I probably pulled up to his Spread Love tape release.
Okay, yeah.
Or listening, and that was a beautiful vibe. And that was a discovery of that spot, a gym over here in St. Paul.
Yes.
And I was just, man, inspired by the energy that was, like you were saying earlier, it was a museum. It's like definitely a relic in the city for hip hop and music, which we love. And I never knew about it until that time. You know what I mean? I've been here for I don't know how long. So it's just important to give that place light. But man, I hope we have more spots like that in the city we can create.
Very true. He's definitely inspired us to start collecting the artifacts
of
the memorabilia.
Yeah, for sure. And some stars here.
Exactly. I mean, as soon as it's autographed, I think it becomes an artifact.
Definitely.
Autograph, artifact. I like that. We're going to take a break here in about 1 minute. You can listen to all of the episodes of SunDogs Present Local Vibes on Spotify, on YouTube, and on anchor.fm/localvibes. Give us a call.
651-313-5125 is the studio phone. If it's Friday from 6 to 7 p.m., call us up, because this is where we are.
If it's not Friday from 6 to 7 p.m., we won't be here.
Yeah, somebody else is going to be answering the phone.
And if you keep asking for SunDogs, they might get a little peeved. So
exactly
Fridays from 6 to 7 Central Standard Time, 651-313-5125. Follow us at SunDogsTC. Follow QT at QTWasHere. And make sure to visit QTWasHere.com for everything you need to know. SunDogs Present Local Vibes will be right back. Stay with us. Bow wow. Oh my goodness, oh my soul. SunDogs and QT. I'm going to stop the rhyme right there. We are back in the doghouse. SunDogs Present Local Vibes. Sitting down with the man, the myth, the legend, QT. We kind of
preach.
We've gotten to the, not quite to the present. Well, kind of to the present in the origin story.
We getting there. We rounding it up.
So yeah, what was the first solo QT project?
That would be FFM. Floating Flows and Melodies.
2019?
2017. That is not on streaming or available anywhere, because it was like I'm using other people. I'm jacking for beats. You understand? It was one of those moves.
So internet beats.
Exactly.
Tell us about the importance of owning your beats or getting beats not off the internet.
Oh, it's vital, man. It's vital to the business. I mean, this is the music business from my perspective. I wanted to grow and build and be something beautiful, so you have to take it serious. And a part of taking it serious is registering your music, making sure you own it, or work with somebody that you can work a deal out where it's like, you own this, you own the vocal, I own the production, or however it works,
Yeah.
Organize it. It's always important to do that.
And on the other side of it, I think internet beats, YouTube beats kind of help you format a song sometimes.
Yes.
Maybe if you don't use it in the long run, it can be a demo.
Yeah, nothing wrong with writing to an internet beat, but if you want the chunk, the percentage, any percentage, you gotta own that.
Absolutely. I do this for the art, but I also want to make a living out of it.
Exactly.
I mean, the good business is an art form. I watched this crazy Andy Warhol documentary, and that was one of his things. He's like, good business is an art form. And I was just like, that's true.
That's 100%
I definitely,
true.
I study it just like I study how to get good at doing a podcast or how to make music.
That's a bar.
What came after? It was FFM?
Yeah, so FFM was the first solo project. That was 2017.
Yeah.
That was a moment for me. But some of those songs are on streaming, but not all of them.
Right.
Check the catalog, QT question mark on Spotify. But the second album was 2019, In Time Spent. I brought some merch to put to the museum from that album. That was a moment for me.
And what was that? Internet Beats as well? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
or more locally produced.
No, that was less internet beats.
Okay,
but bought internet beats.
There you go.
One step, the next
and
step.
And then a couple local producers that I admired. Shout out Vontae. He went by DJ Wonderland. He produced on there. Sleepless Blue, my main producer for this recent project, he was on there. He got a joint. He mastered and engineered the whole project.
No way.
Yeah. That's
the dream.
My brother.
Reading that interview again, shout out Melodic Noise.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Such a phenomenal write-up. And just hearing you, we're on the same search, man. We want to find that perfect producer to make that cohesive project with. It's awesome that you found it. Sleepless Blue is the guy. That's where he is. You can find all the stuff.
And what's the initial connection with him?
That will be shout out to Honey, an old nightclub underground venue within the city. RP died 2020 pandemic.
That was pretty good. Good venue.
It was a great spot to get your chops. As a creative, I felt
it was a good scene. I've seen Honey with the lights on. It's not my favorite venue.
And the bathroom,
dirty.
Bathroom by the stage.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that nice. It had great shows, a great community. I won't say that I miss it that much. I think we can do it anywhere else. But higher ceilings.
Yeah.
It was definitely musty in there, but the essence of how I got my creative performance chops and being able to balance my abilities was definitely honed there. I feel like that's where I got started for sure.
Yeah, you're really close to the crowd there. That's for sure.
You face you gotta. There is the essence of everything. Like being very intimate with the audience is important to me. It's kind of what you guys do here. You're in somebody's ears.
And they had cool different genres through there, which was really cool at Honey, where it's you can really people like good music, and you really realize that there because it's I didn't expect to have this cello player at this show.
But. Exactly.
Yeah, but that definitely introduced me to Sleepless Blue.
Right.
And that connected us through a group he was a part of, No Good Neighbors. They're another local group.
Okay.
North Star Wisdom. You know what I mean? The whole gang out there, man. So we got met up there and just hung out for a long time, really vibed, listened to the same music. And we just really connected, and then we just started. I was like, bro, just record my project. I'm looking for somebody to record my project. He's like, yeah, I got you. I'm an engineer, whatever.
Way.
So the FFM, my first album, I linked up with him one day. It was a one-day session. I did all the songs from my album in one day. I cut all of the records in 4-hour span. It was I want to say 9 songs in that project.
Because you had been touring with those songs? Or how were you so ready for that session?
I just was inspired through working with like minds. I really felt like I had found my creative stride. And I was like, I love my brothers and I'm going to continue to create with them. That's my family. But I want to hone this skill. I have a thirst for to go after it. You know what I mean? And
yes.
It really meant something to me, and I attacked it. And here I am today. You know what I mean? A couple projects in. It's, honing your skill, getting better at your craft.
Has he gotten better as a producer and as an engineer?
He's on an incredible run right now, man. I really hope everybody can, because he don't pop out and do things like this and do things but he's on an incredible run. He's produced a bunch of projects of mine as a group with Wim County, just solo projects. He's just a musical genius. With all due respect to everybody in the city, but I feel like he the best right now.
There you go.
Where can listeners follow him? Where can listeners
at Sleepless Blue? Sleep and BLU at the end, no E.
Perfect.
All lowercase, baby.
Shout out Sleepless Blue. Filling in the cracks and making it sound immaculate.
Yes, man. Guitarist, producer on the MPC, does it all, from guitar to MPC, a monster.
That's impressive.
Yeah, good to hear.
Facts.
So first album you recorded with him, but it was mainly internet beats. Second album,
Second album,
some of his beats maybe.
Yeah, definitely was recorded in this house.
Yeah.
That was like kind of our safe haven creatively for like the last couple projects, even this one as well.
Okay.
And we just really created a bond, and like he kind of was like, I want to craft this sound for you. And I was like, dang, I can really appreciate that. Like as an artist, you strive to find somebody that you can be in harmony with musically, you know? And we really clicked on that. And then that outside of that, in time spent, that album was kind of created in that mode. Next project was Wim County. And that was originally all produced his music, like from him. No samples throughout that whole joint. Like him.
Nice.
Everything. Like master, mix, record, everything.
Is he master mixing, producing this upcoming single?
Everything that's on this album he made top to bottom.
Oh, I'm talking about the upcoming Wim County single.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay,
Definitely. Yeah,
Definitely.
no looking
That's
back
the
at this
Wim.
point.
He's the Wim County. He created that sound for us to lay our vocals over.
That's huge.
100%.
After the Wim County project, was it It's a Long Way Down?
Yes, that was the next one in line. Yep. That
Now
was the
we're
next
here.
one in line.
And this just dropped this month?
Yes, exclusively on qtwashere.com.
April 4th.
Yes, that was a beautiful day for me. I'm so happy it's out. I really wanted to drive the point home to support artists financially in the streaming era right now. Making your music available on streaming kind of takes it down to like less than a penny a stream for real. You know, and that devalues music. People used to buy records, you know, like physical joints. You pop it like into your CD player, you know what I mean? Or like earlier today, y'all really captured that moment for me. So I wanted them to connect with it digitally in that way. But it will be on streaming May 1st.
Okay. So yeah, just doing the original rollout.
Yeah.
That's cool. Definitely cool to see. Because I heard they're fighting for 1 cent a stream.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
They're fighting for it. Because right now it's like
nothing.
0.00.
Yeah.
That's messed up. But understandable. I mean, there's a lot of content. There's a lot of...
Absolutely.
There's an oversaturation of mediocre content, which... I mean, the cream will float to the top for sure.
Absolutely.
But I think kind of hitting the point home with it's an album. Before the show, I'm not sure if our producer, I'm not sure if you want to talk about it. You were thinking about getting the physical release created.
Definitely vinyl's going to get pressed. That probably won't be available till end of the year, maybe top of the year next year. Just because you know how long that takes.
We'll get people on a pre-order list.
We on that right now. We'll be updating the website with merch as well.
Perfect.
Nice.
Champion shirts. I got the champion shirts with the album cover on it. I'm excited for that. That's coming soon, for sure.
That's huge.
Absolutely.
And then would you ever do a CD or a cassette, or vinyl's the priority for the
vinyl's the
release?
priority. CDs will be beautiful. I need to run by. I think it's Copycats. It's over the spot over in Plymouth. It's a record place that produces.
We don't like that name, but it's SunDogs don't like cats, especially Copycats. We're sorry that Copycats is like a producer of CDs, right?
Right.
From Minnesota. It's terrible that our names have to clash like that, because I'm sure you're good people.
But that's where you've done previous releases, the physical?
No, I was just thinking about reaching out to local people to do that.
Because they were part of Shut Up and Rap. That you were part of as well.
Yeah, for sure.
That was part of the prize.
They were
sponsored. Press the winners project
on CD or vinyl?
CDs.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. And
pretty interesting.
I swear they're not paying us to do this.
No,
pay up.
Yeah, why not?
Respectfully.
In Plymouth.
Sponsor the SunDogs, and we'd be like Cat Dog in here.
Oh,
Please hit them up. Follow QT at QT Was Here. Visit qtwashere.com for all your QT information, and what I would assume is all your Wim County information as well.
Everything you need to know.
Everything you need to know.
Facts.
Follow us at SunDogs TC. Our link tree is linktree/SunDogs.
So you were talking, so you were touring early in your artistic career. Now you're locking in the merch.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about streams not being the thing.
Absolutely.
Just to like put a nice bow on this. Where do you feel that a performing artist like yourself, somebody who like loves to rock crowds, not necessarily going for 1 million streams on YouTube. Like that's not your priority. Where do you make your money as an artist? You've already hinted around. I just want to get the soundbite.
No, definitely merchandise. You're gonna make money doing live shows. Those are really where you're gonna get your bread and butter. Honestly, and there's other ways. Like I've been seeing people mess around with the idea of NFTs and stuff, and seeing how that works as well.
Do you know anything about that? We don't know anything about that.
I've been kind of tapping into it. It's a tricky thing of value, and it's not like oh, this is the dollar amount. You know, it's just a different metric that I just don't quite clearly understand. But I do have people that have been putting me in interest.
The hype of the technology is cool, and I know people are selling their projects for like a lot of money.
Right.
I originally, when I heard about it, I thought it was just going to be like a way to like put a barcode on digital things, which is what it does. But it's like this way you could release your music. Right. You release as many copies as you want to people, just like they're buying a CD, but they won't be able to like copy it, or because it's got the barcode in it, it's got the blockchain. It is registered to one person. Like, I thought that's what it was going to be, but now it's people are just selling their album for like $250, and only that person gets to hear it ever. You know? It's like, whoa.
Well, I mean, as long as there's like copyright protection and like stuff like that, I mean, I wouldn't want to sell someone an album even for $5,000 or $500,000, whatever. But then because now they own it, they can change the name. You know, modulate the vocal.
Do they get all the rights? Yeah, so we're just speculating.
We're curious.
If you got NFTs, call in.
Yeah, 651-313-5125, because we're curious. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be the future, but imagine a crazy Sims-style metaverse where you listen to your collected, purchased music on your weird jukebox, and you're VR'd in there for the whole day.
That's where I see the only connection, honestly, is through that. That's what I was going to ask you. You think that metaverse is going to be the window to make, or the conduit to make that a value piece? You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, even thinking about like your social media image, think about making like a social media avatar, even like 3D video, Tupac hologram, whatever you want to call it. So when you go to the Cyber Honey Lounge in the metaverse, you see this hologram of QT. Right. Even if it's like a 30-second GIF type of thing, just doing the last few bars of the verse and then the hook, and then the last few bars of the first verse and then the hook.
People are doing full-on shows in the metaverse right now that I've seen. Like full-on sets people are doing, like in the metaverse, getting paid real money.
What do you mean? Just like heck of different camera angles, or 3D camera?
It's like a virtual arena where you put in a headset and they like it's that type of thing. Listen, I haven't been in the metaverse yet. I ain't there yet, but
seems like it makes sense. Seems like it's a cost-effective way for people to make money. Yeah, so it's like
I don't know what our kids gonna be doing,
people. Bringing the product to people.
The whole notion of vinyl being a novelty again, that blows my mind. Or even cassettes. We had OK Nice in here a few weeks ago, and he brought a cassette copy of a project.
That's a relic.
But he was talking about getting the vinyl done as well, and there being such a back order here in the United States, he had to outsource it to Australia.
Listen, it's stupid right now.
Oh my gosh.
Stupid.
I mean, I think, and again, I might have brought this up on the show before, but going to Goodwill, melting down all these Engelbert Humperdinck records, pressing your own, like making your own die with the 3D printer, and then literally pressing your own vinyl. Whether it's a 45 song on one side, song on the other side, or the whole project.
I mean, I know there's Minnesota vinyl people that press vinyl, so it's like, but I'm sure they're booked.
Listen, you putting me on something. I didn't know that. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
That they melted down?
Yeah, I didn't know that you could create a vinyl through that.
I mean, I'm sure that there's different, chemical
number of times you could do it.
We're going to take a break here in about a minute. But yeah, I originally saw it, I think it was on an Anthony Bourdain, No Reservations, went down to the Caribbean, I believe Jamaica, where it was like, that was the hip-hop scene down there, was you had your single pressed on a 45, and then you brought it to all the radio stations, sessions, and then they would play it in their like Friday night mix or whatever. But you might have all of these unsold 45s, and then that same record company, you know, Alpha Records, whatever you want to call it, would just melt down all the back unsold stock of your first album to press, you know, the Blank Face LP or whatever new single. So I would be careful with that. Maybe we'll do a little bit more research and wear a gas mask or something. We're sitting down with QT, talking advice, talking production of his most recent release, talking safety. We're going to be right back here on SunDogs Present Local Vibes. Stay with us.
We're back.
Welcome back to SunDogs Present Local Vibes. We are sitting down with QT, and again, we're about to dive on in to the specific production, kind of the overarching themes of It's a Long Way Down, again, which was released on April 4th of this year, 2022.
Yes,
just a few weeks ago.
QTWasHere.com. Yes, sir. I'm so excited. It's my baby. You know, it's my baby. Y'all get it. Y'all
so yeah, you and Sleepless Blue got put the whole thing together, which is awesome. Awesome to see a team up. What? Yeah, exactly like he was saying. What are some of the themes? Like, how did you? Because you said that you were looking for somebody to make a whole project with.
Absolutely.
And so, like, what were those first couple conversations like? Like, did you have the full idea for it already,
or since the Wim County project, it's like, okay, we have a rapport, we can.
It was definitely a rapport, but it was more so like me connect, like just, hey, let's just record. Let's not overthink it. How I create is just like turn the mic on, make the beat. Like we literally made most of those songs on the album in like 30 minutes, maybe tops.
Because it's a vibe, yeah.
Writing and producing like the record in 30 minutes.
Wow.
So we had the beat ready in 30 minutes. My rhymes done, chorus done. And just kind of just run through it, and then boom, you create all these records, stack them up, and okay, I got like a project here. But most of my records are just self-reflection, I would say. More so just like either what I want to be, what I aspire to be, just like notes to self, kind of, you know?
Yeah, is it weird listening to a track a day, a week, a month, 3 years after you've released it?
Yeah.
It's like a weird, you're talking to yourself.
Yeah, it's a stamp in time I can always go back to musically. It's just like, it's like a Kodak moment for me.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, your music, I'd say, is deeper than most.
Absolutely.
You know, not as poppy.
Not beating around the bush at all.
Nah, I try to get to it. Like I try to get to the raw emotion of being a human being. I don't want to be filler. I feel like I can make records that will be played on the radio, but don't have to be like just nonsensical or like just have substance about you.
Exactly.
You know?
And again, I like that kind of Kodak moment, that emotional snapshot.
Yeah, 100%. Wherever I am, I have a range of the type of music I make. It's just a lot of different moods. I love making music that's just a lot of different moods.
Yeah, this project's great for the variety. You know what I'm saying? It's nice. Because you know, a good project could be like exactly the sound like throughout the thing, or it could be, you know, like the journey. Either are good, but it's good to see.
Absolutely. You ever been on the Wild thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's how I'm trying to make my album, like a roller coaster.
Okay.
Valley Fair. Gotcha.
Valley Fair.
What are you talking about?
You said
Valley Fair, roller coaster, Minnesota, Wild Thing. It takes you for some twists and turns, you know, kind of builds up at times. So I assume he was down to produce.
Oh no,
the full
he was.
project.
We just worked. You know, we didn't even think about it. I feel like we were just on the same level. Like we kind of discussed, hey man, let's create a project. We said that.
Yeah.
And then we just got to it. We just were about the action. It was kind of minimal on the conversation, really.
Oh,
just
like
good.
Same time tomorrow.
Like let's pull up. Yeah, I'm about to pull up right now. All right, bet I'm free this time. Let's do it.
Crazy.
Did his beats influence your writing, or did you have a hook or a few bars in mind that fit well to maybe a more brassy beat of his?
A lot of it is again off the top.
Yeah,
everything is created in the moment.
That's right.
As soon as the beat is done, or the beat is like, I got a little rhythm going with the beat where I can write, I'm going.
Okay.
until
yeah.
that stream of thought is done.
Nice.
You know,
That's
and then-
huge. To capture that is huge.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't able to capture it or will keep it in a freestyle,
Mm-hmm.
never record it, never remember it.
That's you do that too. I have multiple methods, but during this project specifically, that was a lot of the content was just coming from sitting down and going.
That's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm trying to remember. Did you say he's got the studio at his house?
Yeah, everything was created at his crib off of a MacBook. You know what I mean? Pro Tools.
Nice.
Get you a little MIDI. You know what I mean? Go crazy.
What emotions were you guys going through while making that? What made you guys relate to each other? What made it so easy to work with him?
Well, pandemic. So 2020,
Okay,
a lot of these,
yeah.
like during that time, that's really when we became close.
Like you're in my
Yeah.
bubble. Like,
Yeah,
this is it.
yeah. We locked in now.
Yeah.
Like, what are we gonna do? We just gonna create, right? We can't do nothing.
Exactly.
Stuck in the house all day.
And like condensing the work ethic, I'm sure.
100%. Just bouncing off each other. Steel sharpens steel, iron sharpens iron. You know what I mean? That's what I was built off of. That's what we started originally with my group, Like Minds. We literally created in a basement. Actually, a spot. We named our first tape City Limits. That was our first album. And it was a little apartment Section 8 spot that my boy Deontay and him had a spot. So we just recorded, put the mattress up, put the mic up. Let's get to work. Shout out my homie Keem. He definitely was involved with that as well.
From humble beginnings.
Absolutely.
To upcoming shows this May.
Ooh,
Tell us a little
excited.
bit about those.
We got the Creator Space in St. Paul originally over here. We got something going on there May 17th. More information will be released via my IG.
And on the website, I'm sure.
Yes, updated with the website with the show tab. Go ahead and click that at qtwashere.com. We delivering that heat, baby.
Nice. Yeah. What's going on with this show? Are you throwing it, or are you working with
Yeah,
somebody
we
else?
pieced it
who's throwing
together.
it?
Myself, Dio, and then we got Sleepers Blue obviously gonna be involved.
Yeah.
He's gonna be playing live guitar. We're gonna go crazy.
Oh.
Yeah. No, we're going everything instrumentalist. Yeah. He's a one. If you haven't put up to one of my shows, it's an experience. Especially for this album. I'm
I was
excited.
going to say, you guys got a drummer yet? You got a brass player yet? Give us a call, 651-313-5125. They may need musicians for the live band.
Please hit him up. Hit him up.
And we got about 5 more minutes.
Oh, because let's talk about
Let's talk about these two songs. So your reps sent over the 2nd track and the 8th track off of the most recent release. It's A Long Way Down.
Yeah.
So it's LWD is the 2nd track,
Yes.
and Bogus is the 8th track.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about the content of LWD or the vibe that you were going through, even if it was only for a few minutes or hours in a studio session.
We in and out. Most of the whole album is under 30 minutes, but this song specifically, Long Way Down, was kind of that concept we discussed earlier, being like in doubt of yourself. The album it's a long way down. Like, you should be scared. Like, look down, bro. Like, aren't you scared? Like, but just go after whatever that is on your heart. Like, go chase that feeling that lights you up every day. And that song was kind of about that, and just like, don't be scared. But it was kind of like, the being in your head moments. That definitely was what LOD was about. Like, don't be in your head so much. Like, you got this for real.
That's huge. No, this is one of my favorite parts, is to kind of get the rap genius dissection of the track.
Word.
Any lines from that track that you'll replay in your head, whether it be they really resonate with you or it's just a fun thing to say?
A lot of my records, I feel like my words are affirmations, but for some of the bars, I would say like, check the checkers, find a way that you can king yourself, like find whatever way it is to like get to that passion and make it something you can live off of. You know what I mean? Like,
that's huge.
Yeah.
It's been nonstop inspiration here with QT.
Got
we only got very little bit left.
3 more minutes.
Tell us about
And then,
Bogus.
Oh, Bogus,
Yeah.
man. Travion Dunlap, a local vocalist. Amazing guy. Amazing.
That's who's on Bogus?
That's who's on the hook, and he has a second verse. He's one of the top vocalists in the city. I wrote the hook for him. We came through, we exchanged recording records. Sleep is Blue again produced, mastered, engineer Alec Ness mastered that album.
Shout out Alec Ness.
Alec Ness is a local legend, mixed for Dua, like all of the, the man in the city.
He's working.
Absolutely. But that record definitely was just, love song. Feel like I'm gonna fail you anyway. Even though I love you, even though I like you, I feel like I'm gonna fail you anyway.
Interesting. I mean, it's real emotion to explore, and we were talking a little bit before the show, hip hop especially being a very direct way to communicate what's in your heart, what's in your soul. So,
Yeah, 100%.
Again, we really, really appreciate you putting some of your soul on wax and sharing it with us and sharing it with the world.
Word.
Keep at it. We can't wait to see what else is on the horizon.
100%.
We got 2 more minutes. Oh, I thought we were leaving at 48. Okay.
Oh, funny. Oh, yeah. Well, then take your time and check out qtwashere.com. You got the music video up.
Yes, sir.
That's kind of tying a lot of things together because that's your and Juice Lord's song.
Yes, shout out Juice Lord.
And Destiny Roberts on the camera.
Yes, she shot the video of the Queen.
She's a friend of the show. And the low end.
Yes, murals.
Did
No
the
Peace Murals is the collective.
Okay.
Low end
No
is the head of it.
Murals.
Yep.
Very cool.
And again,
right here in St. Paul too. By the way, yeah, shop right here in St. Paul. It's up the street.
Local.
Yes.
That's what Local Vibes is all about.
Yep.
Local vibes, local vibes, local vibes. SunDogs present Local Vibes is bringing it to you every week with everything local. We were talking before the show. We are at the forefront of the Renaissance here in the Twin Cities.
Absolutely.
Of every art medium, and you can't do it alone. And we all need to lift each other up.
100%.
Keep it local, even with the CD pressing. I like that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What was it? Plymouth? Copycats in Plymouth. That's right.
Cut the check.
Thank you again for tuning in.
This is about to be LWD and then Bogus
Here
off of the new project. It's a long way down.
Yeah, make sure you stream that. You can stream that everywhere.
Not yet.
May 1st everywhere.
May
May
1st.
1st.
That's right.
Only on the website.
Only
QT
on the website
was
right
here.
now.
qtwashere.com is where you can
Listen
stream
to
the
it now.
early release. Again, thank you so much for taking the time out.
No problem,
Keep us
fellas.
posted not only on the upcoming events, but the upcoming releases.
Absolutely.
Keep sending us those radio edited tracks.
I got you.
And keep inspiring us as fans and the next generation of rappers.
100% creatives. Get it off, man. It's in you, not on you. Leave with that.
SunDogs present
Local Vibes.
Bow Wow.
It's a long way down, hope you don't fall. Hey, watch your step, player. Go, go, go. Hey, watch your step, player. Go, go, go. Hey, watch your step. It's a long way down, hope you don't fall. Hey, watch your step, player. Go, go, go. Hey, watch your step, player. Go, go, go. Hey, watch your step.
It's a long way down from the top of the mound. Check the checkers, find a way that you can king yourself. Acquire knowledge and wealth. Activating my powers, vibes on vibranium. The vibe with trauma never ends. Calligraphy is relief. Might have to adjust my feet. Always the growth for me. Tended to my oak tree so I can rake in the leaves. By autumn time, it'll be crystal clear. Recycle procrastination so
I can clearly stare, clearly with no fear. Oh, that's real. Oh, that's real. It's a long way down. Hope you don't fall. Hey, watch your step, player. Go, go. Hey, watch your step, player. Go, go. Hey, watch your step. It's a long way down. Hope you don't fall. Hey, watch your step, player. Go, go. Hey, watch your step, player. Go, go. Hey, watch your step. Sugar-coated, shake my focus, might do you bogus. Still I try. on your feet, tiptoes. Intentions from the get-go. Temporary only, seasonal. Discussions over drinks. No need to overthink. Act on energy. I figured that you're feeling me. Put it up to chance. Approach at first glance. Better than I planned. Yeah. I can't keep you outside of my hands. No. Sugar coated. Shake my focus. Might do you bogus. Still I try. Sugar coated. Shake my focus. Might do you bogus. But still I try. Still I try. Here it goes again. Tend to view deja vu, not to compare. Mind try not to go there. You step in. Shake up my focus. Patient. Hope you don't notice. Healing. All that is broken. Effortless. Beautiful lotus. Lost in the story your song tells. Truth and harmony of what you feel. Sweet melody too real. Making my soul spill. Trill is the lotus. Peace is the motive. Asking what the goal is. To have you the closest. For you are my lotus. One awakened lotus. One awakened lotus. One of a kind. One of a kind. Trill is the lotus. Peace is the motive. For you are my lotus. One awakened lotus. One of a kind. One of a kind. Asking what the goal is. To have you the closest. For you are my lotus. Sugar coated. Shake my focus. Might do you bogus. Still I try. Sugar coated. Shake my focus. Might do you bogus. But still I try. Still I try.
SunDogs here with an exciting announcement. Starting Friday, November 4th, SunDogs Present Local Vibes will become Dogstar. So Dogstar is where you're going to get the exclusive interviews. Dogstar is where you're going to get the hottest Minnesota artists, the brightest stars in the Minnesota music scene. Dogstar Podcast across social media is how you can follow us. Your favorite show, SunDogs Present Local Vibes, is just going to be Dogstar now. So you can search Dogstar on YouTube, follow the channel. Search Dogstar on Spotify, subscribe to the podcast. Dogstar is what you want to know.